Look at that. Just appreciate that. You guys seen how much rust and junk there wasn't there? Look at this thing. Literally pull it out with my hand. Unbelievable. Now that big gear cluster will come out. I'm not going to remove the other one, at least not yet. Just remove the big gear cluster first. Now there are some washers on it. So that's nice and snug. Might be some, just be careful, because there might be some needle bearings stuck onto it. Oh fuck, oh fuck. There's a lot of needle bearings here as well. And they are different size, so god damn. One negative point for these manufacturers. Needle bearings here are different lengths than the ones from the shaft. It's not good. I would have made them all the same size. Might happen. This little ring here goes inside this bigger ring. Right there. There's two little tabs that hold the ring here in place. You see them there? Right there, you see? Two little tabs there. On the other side it's smooth, but you can see the little holes there. So they press the metal to the other side to hold this little bearing here. Not bearing, sorry, little ring. Set it to the side for now. Let's find another place. Find a lot of bearings. Needle bearings. Another washer on this side. So it's got a tab on it so you don't put it the wrong way. So separate. On the right side there's another ring. There's another washer, but it's different. It's not good. We made it different. I don't know if I'm not sure if the manual specifies this. Or maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it does. I would have made them all the same. Well, as I always say, not nearly as perfect, not as perfectionists as I am. Another glass jar. Hopefully I don't break this one. Set it far away. And on the floor. Grandfather always used to say, it's on the floor, it's impossible to fall. It's already on the floor. So you had a lot of shit on the floor. Grandma didn't like that at all. Oh fuck. Pipe goes inside it. No bearings inside. Okay. Got no bearings stuck here. Have to sort of remember how this goes, but it's just, I mean, if you forget, let's look at the main shaft. I think this is called the counter shaft. Which just has to be the opposite. So the smaller on this one goes with the biggest on that one, the other shaft. So it's the opposites, right? The biggest one goes with the smallest one, and so forth. There's needed bearings everywhere. There's a lot of junk too. Do is I'm using this big oil can here, and I'm just gonna dump everything inside it. And, if I have to, you could even use a magnet to catch those little bearings. Carefully now. Tap it too hard because I don't want the junk to fall. I just want the bearings, needle bearings. We'll have to filter through them, separate in different sizes, but not too many. I'm just going to do that quickly. Maybe not now. So I'm trying to remove that other gear. Finish pretty much complete disassembly. I'm not going to remove these. I might. Let's see. How much time we have. I won't be able to hit it more than once at a time because when you hit it, it does move. You don't want to hit the casting because it's not really thick. I mean, it is very thick. Cast iron it's really hard and durable, but I mean, I'm pretty strong. If I give it a good blow directly, might break it. I like this going inside. Being a little more stubborn, probably just because hitting it at an angle. So go back to the other side. They are chamfered, so you can get away with hitting it with a hammer, but it's not. For some reason, the wood works much better. Anyways. Now I can just remove it. I can just remove it from this side. I don't have to put it. I don't have to remove it to this side. I'm just being stupid, guys. Sorry. Just remove these bolts and then lay it on its face. You don't want to hit at the case with anything that's steel, because like I said, it can break, especially on these edges here. They're not thick at all. Careful. Ideally, have some thick piece of wood. Just zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hands to touch the camera. I'm just hitting on this. Come on. This is the shaft for this small gear here. It's for reverse. If I remove this gear forever, then there's no reverse on the car. A car with 2 first gears, which would be interesting, but so tap this out. Any bearings on this gear, but there is flat surface. All there is, it's an inner bearing, but it's just one big. It's just a pipe with lots of little holes in it and a passage, you know, a little indentation for the oil. Which way did this go now? I think it went like this. This gear, it's different. Fuck, you gotta pay attention to these things. See, one side there's this protrusion here. Well, I guess I can infer, usually infer, so you don't tell the difference later. Let's see. Shaft. Let's see. That is, guys, the complete disassembly. I haven't removed the shifters, but In order to remove the shifters, you need to have the punch. So we literally call it a punch set. Push out the pins that hold it. You could use nails, but oh fuck, I can't be bothered. They are turning freely, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I'll just show you there quickly what I'm talking about. As for the reverse, protrusion must be on the opposite side, because one side already has a protrusion. But I mean, yeah, you should just check fit the gears later. And it has an echo. So I'll show you there how the shifter works. And yeah, we're done for the disassembly. I don't know why it's... Fuck, I don't know why the camera is fucking blurry. That's better. No, it has an autofocus function, but well, fuck, I guess it doesn't work. It works whenever it wants. So tilt it here. There it is there. Yeah, what I'll do is, give me a second. Just put a block of wood behind it. See, there's a cylinder right in between, and I'm going to move one of the shifters so you see how it works. So now, see there's slots on that big piece of metal there. See, I'm going to move this one, so it goes there. Now it pushed, that slot pushed the metal to the other side. Push the cylinder in between to the other side. So now you can't move the other shifter. See? Try to move it there. It won't move. So in order to be able to remove it, the shifter, one shifter, either one of the shifters has to be neutral. A little bit stuck. They could be moving a little more freely, but I mean, there's a lot of garbage there, so one of them is a little stiff. So that's neutral right there. When it's neutral, you see it's got half on each side, so both of them will move. See? Pay attention to the slots. Block just fell. Son of a bitch. But I mean, I think you get how it works. And these holes here, where those forks go. There you go. So moving one shifter into gear causes the little cylinder to move to the other side, which stops the movement of the other shifter. Let's see. When the shifter is in gear, therefore when the shifter is in gear, one of them is in gear. And you can sort of tell because there's 3 slots in each one of them. You know, 2 for the gear and 1 for neutral. So if you can look at the slots, you know, if you can see the one in the middle, and when it's in neutral, you can see all 3 of them. You know, and when it's not in neutral, on one side you can see that it's at the bottom, and if it's on the other shift, you see now it's blocking the view, therefore you know it's in gear. So see how there now it's sticking out on more on the other side. See on the left side there's smaller, and sticking out more on the right side. Now when I put it in neutral, it's actually not the same, almost the same. Yeah, that's still sticking out a little more on the other side, but not as much. That's a lot, you see. Okay, so I think you get the picture. Get the video. That's complete. There's a lot of junk there, you see. Holy fuck. Yes, the next parts will be the reassembly. So now I'm going to clean everything out with the wire wheel. Then what I'm going to do is, on the case here, there's diesel, and like I said, I want to paint this. So you can't paint it if there's diesel on it. So in order to remove the diesel, I'm going to throw gasoline on it. And gasoline will remove the diesel, and gasoline evaporates really easily, and it doesn't leave any residue, so it's great for cleaning. But I will give this a really good cleaning first, and you know, the paint that I use, it's called Trim Clad, but I mean there's lots of different ones. There you go. You can get this at Home Depot. It's oil-based. I don't think there's any good water-based paints for metal. But again, there might be, I don't know. That's just the cheapest and best one that I found. And it is for metal. Or cast iron. It works great. See, I've painted this leaf spring here for the Cadillac. And also the wheel hubs there for the Cadillac. These things are huge, by the way. Very heavy, probably like at least 20-30 pounds. For little cars, new cars, they're like maybe 10 pounds or less. Yeah, so I'll use that, and I guess that's it. Yeah, everything's disassembled. Oh yeah, for this part, I might disassemble it, I might not, but there's one of those fucking snap rings inside. Now, let's just take a closer look at it. But I mean, it is a bitch. Okay, I already lost like track of. This was supposed to be on the right side, the other one on the left, but I moved this around so many times and I'm not sure which way it went anymore. But shouldn't matter. But I mean, if it does matter by any chance, you know, it's not going to be a problem. You can just infer it through deduction, or you know, it probably has it in the manual as well. Looks like both sides are the same. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like the same. Doubt that they would have made it different. These guys had an interest on they like to make things, you know, user-friendly and durable. None of the bullshit now they make nowadays. You can only take it to the dealer. Can't repair it yourself. Yeah, looks like they're the same. I don't think it matters. I doubt that it matters. They're just spacers. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way you put them. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter at all which way you put them. These are just spacers. Yeah, they have little indentations in the middle for this ring. And I bet you that this ring goes inside the hole. Right? Or, yeah, it doesn't matter. Now let's take a look. That's till the end of this video. This is the end of the video for last video for the disassembly. Now, as you can see from this side, obviously there's nothing here, and it's, you see there's a lid, so the bearing obviously won't come out through this side. It's got to be, obviously it must, therefore it must be through the other side, which is there. And you can, oh, it's moving better now. I might not disassemble it, I might not. But yeah, here's the snap ring. It's there, little bastard. So I might remove it, I might not. This thing here, and I'm not sure what it's called, this big C here, it's stuck on here. It's supposed to come out, but it's sort of seized in there. Just because there's a lot of junk there. You see just a lot of rust in between the gears. Should be able to remove it by hammering. Like I said, I'm using a block, wood block. Yeah, the middle gears are turning freely. See that one there? It's turning nice and freely. So we've got to clean all of this up still. Yeah, this here is kind of seized, but should be able to remove it without problem. I can remember where everything goes, but I mean you can deduce it by deduction, or infer it by deduction if you want. As you can see here, even though I dumped a lot of diesel on it, this here is still pretty dry. But the important thing is that everything, all the gears are in good shape, great shape. There's a lot of junk on it, but they're all still shiny. There's no pitting. As you'll see, the next videos when we start the reassembly, how this is going to be in great shape. Another thing that I haven't removed. So on the end of the the overdrive housing, there's this thing here, and this thing is actually removable, but you need to use this tool here, a pulley puller, or actually no, sorry, not pulley puller, a gear puller or bearing puller, but this is what it is, and you need to have the shaft inside there. Actually, I'm not sure how. You're gonna have to sort of MacGyver it. As you see, the way it works is that this part in the middle here, it pushes, right? And by pushing it, it pulls the other ones. So it needs to go through the inside. And what this thing here is, it's called an oil seal, and there's like a little felt that goes around it. And it's like soft, and it just prevents the oil from coming out. I imagine the pardon me, the replacement parts, I imagine they're made of rubber instead of this felt here, but this thing is pretty durable, yeah. And there's also a bearing inside there, I don't know if you can see it, which you also need to have like sort of a T-shaped tool to remove it. Or once you remove this oil seal, it's easier to remove. You can remove the bearing with like a big, really wide punch. There's the bearing. There it is. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, this has all got to be cleaned up. And this bearing is turning really nicely, so I'm probably just going to leave it alone.